Welcome back to the Make a Baby podcast. I'm Carolina Sotomayor, your podcast host and Reiki womb healer. Today we're talking about something amazing, and we're going to break the internet probably with this conversation. Your inner child is blocking your spirit baby. Oh my goodness, that is true. I have been on an inner child healing journey. I have been in a coaching program for the past 4 or 5 weeks, and it has changed my life. And when I started my healing journey, I had no idea how important healing your inner child was. I thought healing your womb and certain wounds and relationships were really paramount, and they are. But your inner child is the one that takes the cake. So this is going to probably be a short and sweet episode, but it's going to be spicy. And it's definitely going to hit home. And I want you to go ahead and while you have your phones open, go ahead to Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star rating and review. And that helps us reach more and more people. Consistently since May 15th, we have been ranking number 1 in top 100 in different countries: Macedonia, Switzerland, Canada, Greece, and in Mexico. So we have been really enjoying that wave. So that's over a month now of us ranking around the world and being number 1 in multiple countries. I can't thank you enough for all of your support. It means so much. If you do want to go the extra mile, go ahead and screenshot your rating and review on Apple Podcasts. DM me and I will give you a special gift. I would love to hear from you. And I always love reading your DMs and sending you voice notes back. So today, your inner child is blocking your spirit baby. I said it. And again, I know that we're going to break the internet with this episode. Our emotions, they block our womb if they are unhealed and they go unaddressed. And our wombs are based in the most important chakra in the body, in my opinion, called the sacral plexus chakra. And this is where your reproductive organs are. And this is where your creativity, your emotional safety, and your worth, and also your emotional expression comes from. So if your wounds and your unhealed trauma and your emotions are stuck there, what does that mean? That means it's going to make it harder for you to conceive your baby. That means it's going to make fertility that much harder. So if we have prolonged periods or no period or imbalanced hormones, that is a direct reflection of an imbalance in this chakra. And that is usually from unhealed trauma from our childhoods. That's what I see most of the time. And the number one thing that I see is we have to heal the wounds from our inner child, from our parents, from our mother and our father. So when you're triggered, when you're angered, when you are hurt or offended, or if you feel betrayed or left out, whatever it may be, it's not your adult self that is usually reacting. And I say that again. When you are triggered, most of the time, it's not your adult self that is reacting. It is your inner child that is reacting. 0 to 7 years old are where most of those emotions and unhealed emotions are coming from. And that is why your inner child could be blocking the conception of your spirit baby. So we have to go back until 0 to 7. We might have to go back to your conception and birth. We might have to go back to when you were 2, or when your parents got divorced, or when you learned to be quiet. And when you're quiet, you make yourself smaller, so it causes less conflict. Not all of the emotions have to be tied to a really large trauma or abuse. There are trauma from people that I see that have the most perfect childhood, that have perfect parents, or on the outside it looks like. Nobody's perfect, but we can heal it. And you are responsible for healing it. And by healing these wounds, you're not only opening up your womb to bring in that spirit baby and have a healed inner child, you will have more peace, harmony, and a regulated nervous system once you heal those triggers. And in turn, that is going to give you the opportunity to be the mom that this spirit baby really needs you to be. You're going to be up leveling. This is so huge to end generational trauma and ancestral trauma. And also, if you're into past lives, to end karmic debts from past lives, all of that, this is deeply rooted in that. You are the most powerful person I know. You are the most important person in your spirit baby's journey. You are the vessel that will bring them in. You deserve to live trigger-free. You deserve to conceive your baby. This is your year to do that. And I believe that so much. So before we go too much further, I'm going to share a secret with you. That's right. I'm going to share a secret. And I just thought of this today. I got the download. I'm going to be releasing a program. This is the first time, so I'm not going to even release the name of the program. It's a mystery on healing your inner child to conceive your spirit baby faster. This program is going to run 8 weeks. And the first 5 people that DM me inner child on Instagram, I'm going to give you $97 off. So this program is for the woman who's fed up with being told no, or all the doctor visits and is told, oh no, everything's fine. But you are triggered and you are drained and you're exhausted, but you want your baby. And you want to learn the tools on how to heal yourself and conceive faster, spiritually and energetically. That if that is you, then DM me inner child on Instagram and I will give you $97 off this program. You would be surprised. You're going to be like, how inexpensive I'm going to be running this first round of this program. You're going to be like, what? You're giving it away. I know. But when you DM me, the first 5 people, I will give you $97 off this program. And we are going to start in early July, and it's going to be 8 weeks. No portal, live calls, no workbook, just straight up healing and live calls. It's going to be magical and life-changing. I knew you're going to be like, yes, this is the best podcast episode ever. We're breaking the internet, and I am so excited for it. I love the new changes that we're making in the Make a Baby universe, the podcast, my life. I have never felt more electric, more alive. And also I have good hair today. So let's get back into it. Okay, so let's dive into more of the inner child. So when you are triggered, your inner child is going to come from 3 places, that core wounds that they are not having fulfilled. And why you are being triggered, why they are being triggered. 1 is safety. They do not feel safe. Number 2 is they don't feel valued or worthy. Number 3, they don't feel like they belong. So if a person felt safe, they would show up different. They would speak differently. They would stand up differently. They would move differently. They would make decisions differently. If they felt worthy, there would be less hesitation. There wouldn't be doubt. There wouldn't be self-sabotage. There wouldn't be a need to get the last word. And if they felt like they belonged, there wouldn't be any second guessing or trying to people please. You are worthy already by existing. You are born worthy. And you are already valued by me and by so many people and by your spirit baby. And safety can also be known as peace. Peace is my top priority every day. What are you going to do today? I prioritize peace. What is the most peaceful thing I can do for myself, my child, and my husband in this situation? And sometimes it's like bowing out or taking a break, or we'll pass. We'll get you next time. Thanks so much. So the 3 core wounds. So when you're triggered, I want you to ask yourself, where do I feel unsafe? Where do I feel unworthy? Or where do I don't feel valued or appreciated? The last one, where do I don't feel accepted? Ask your adult self that. And then I want you to take a couple womb breaths. You know how to do that if you've been here around a long time. And then I want you to close your eyes, take this womb breath, and I want you to ask, dear little one, what do you need? And wait and listen. Listen to what comes to your mind. If nothing comes, and I bet you it will, the first voice, the first thought is your inner child. Trust it. The second will be your ego trying to talk you out of it. Where do you feel unworthy? Where do you feel unsafe? Where don't you belong? And write about it, journal about it. And then as an adult self, envision this younger version of you. How would you, if this child was in front of you and they were sharing those things, what would you do? Would you hold them? What would you say to them? How would you reconcile this for them? How would you comfort? And then I want you to have a conversation with your inner child, your younger version of you, and tell them those comforting things. And then I want you to do some breath work, some womb breaths, and I want you to check in with yourself. And that's how we de-trigger ourselves in the moment and make progress so we can heal that inner wound. We'll go deeper inside the mystery program. We'll add some Reiki into it. We'll add some meditation and sprinkle in some psychic mediumship. I know that some days are hard. I am recording this on Father's Day, and I know that sometimes we are just trying to get through the day. You deserve more than that. And if you are struggling and you're like, I don't know what to do next in my fertility journey, that's okay. I want you to go to the show notes and you will see where you can book a free 20-minute fertility call with me. This is my newest addition to serving you and connecting with you. And on this call, we are going to figure out what are the best next steps for you within my products and my services. And if I can't serve you, then I will give you a referral on who I recommend. So this call is really to get to know you and also to figure out what the best next step is in your fertility journey. So go ahead and book that free fertility call. And I want you to know that in July, we're also bringing back the Make a Baby headquarters. And I'm super excited about that. It's our signature 90-day program where we are going to be teaching you Reiki and going through all the major wounds. But also, I am opening up 3 months and 6 months healing and coaching spots. So if you're interested in that, we got all the things going on. I couldn't be more excited. So, all right, my friends, until next time, let the Reiki flow. Frustrated being told you are fine by your doctor, exhausted from negative pregnancy tests every month, wanting a deeper connection on your fertility journey with your spirit baby? The Make a Baby membership is exactly what you need. Using Reiki will help you connect to your spirit baby, heal the trapped emotions blocking your fertility, and support you in our life-changing community. With over 90 Reiki babies, we invite you to try the Make a Baby membership for free. Check it out in the show notes. Let's get you pregnant.